Pizza Tower is like a plate of spaghetti. Each level is like that super long sauce-covered noodle that you keep slurping up, but just when you think it ends, there's a bit more to discover. The boss fights are like the Meatballs. Not oversaturated, not even that many, cause it's not that kind of game, but there are just enough to justify that extra dash of Parmesan cheese. Pogo, are you stupid? It's a pizza game. Why are you making stupid jokes about spaghetti? Oh, I'm sorry, did you forgetty? Because the literal main character of the game, Pizza Tower, the character everyone plays, first name might be Peppino, but his last name is Spaghetti, and every journalist, content creator, and gamer out there just wants to forget this part. Well, I won't, Mr. Peppino. I will stay absolutely true to the lore of this game. And if that means adding some cringy joke meat to the proverbial balls of the game, well then by the god of sauce, I will do that. Because while I don't fully understand it yet, and there's a lot to link together, Pizza Tower lore intrigues me. It's full of dark humor, really strange character backgrounds, and honestly, can come across like a creepy pasta a lot of the time. So obviously this means I'm gonna talk about the war level, right? Hell no. First of all, that level, it's ass. Secondly, it's been covered to death by people with much better theories than what I could come up with. I like to focus more on characters and bosses. And let me tell you, some of these characters can be a bit saucy. Damn, I think I used that one already. If I could compare Pizza Tower's lore to any game, it would honestly be Dark Souls. So when I say Pizza Tower lore is dark, I actually kind of mean it. Most players should pick up pretty early on that something strange is going on in a seemingly innocent game about pizza. For starters, the ingredients of pizza are alive, and terrified of being eaten. Just look at the fork knight, literally covered in armor and armed to stop you from adding it to that crusty, cheesy, gooey pizza ingredient list. Why are the ingredients themselves alive? Some people have claimed it's because of the war level, and everything going on is fake because of Mr. Spaghetti's PTSD. But in reality, it's all because of Mr. L. Pillar John. Full disclosure, I added the L for a linguini bit down the line. See, Pillar John is brothers with Jerome the janitor, according to official sources. And one day, the evil Pizza Face placed a curse on John, splitting him into multiple pillars that hold open the portals to a different dimension. So yeah, the guy you smack in the middle of every level is actually forced against his will into blocking your progress. And because he is a pillar, can literally do nothing but get ass whooped every time you meet him. Seems like a living hell. So why exactly is this dimension important? Well, according to an official but outdated lore document, the tower was built by an ancient civilization of pizza-worshipping Mozzarellites. The goal was to build a tower high enough to reach the Great Crust in the sky. This is outdated, so obviously we can't take it at face value. But then again, Great Crust in the sky could be referencing the antagonist of the game, Pizza Face, and they might have actually accomplished the goal, which is what sets off all of the shit Peppino has to put up with. But let's string you along and say that the Great Crust in the sky could also be referencing the moon, because it's kind of pie-shaped. In the opening cinematic, the moon is fairly present, although that obviously could be there because it's a skybox, so whatever. In any case, one of the big questions in the game for me is, who on earth is fake Peppino? Now I said we weren't going to talk about the war level, and it was a bit of a lie. Don't hate me for being a master linguinist. Fake Peppino is the fourth boss in the game, and well, throughout the fight it's pretty obviously hinted at that this is in fact a clone of Peppino. What with the multiple different ones in the fight, the fact that the fake Peppino literally tears his own head off, exposing the brain and eyes beneath, there's also the final phase monster, which could just be a really botched clone of Peppino that is kept in the creepy tunnel. And of course in the war level you can see Peppino in a vat in the background, which could hint at cloning as well. The real question is, why would Peppino be cloned? Pizza Face is obviously attempting to destroy Peppino's business, but when you look at what actually happens in the game, Pizza Face isn't really trying to kill you. Sure, he chases you throughout levels, hoping to stop you from collapsing the tower, but there are multiple times like in the taxi where he's just there to scare Peppino. I think the answer is that Peppino simply makes the best pie in town, and Pizza Face wants to harness that power. There are references all over the tower itself and the levels that nothing compares to Peppino's pizza. And given all of this, it might even be possible that the whole laser thing, all of the jump-scaring spaghetti to trigger PTSD, it's all a big scam to just get Peppino to work for the tower. I mean, when you get to the top of the tower itself to fight Pizza Face, there is no laser machine. It's just Pizza Face and Pizza Head. This, of course, could just be that the dev didn't have the budget to draw a laser machine. Who am I to speculate though? The cloning probably represents the tower's extreme desire to have the greatest pizza artisan to ever exist.
Hello there.
And the extreme measures it will take to get there. So who is Pizza Face then, and what's their whole deal? Well, Pizza Face is certainly evil, we know that. We can even see it in background art in the sewer level. The denizens of the tower see Pizza Face as something to fear, and even as a cannibal, as he devours a slice of pizza. This is interesting because in the final boss fight, after the extremely disappointing first phase, Pizza Face falls apart and we are introduced to Pizza Head, who is just casually taking a dump in Pizza Face's pizza mouth. The whole final true form and Pizza Face is just a mech doesn't really make sense to me. We see Pizza Boy as a cardboard cutout mascot that looks strikingly similar to a young Pizza Head. And given this drawing in the sewer of Pizza Boy getting devoured by Pizza Face, it's not really a stretch at all that Pizza Boy was inside of Pizza Face for so long that he grew up to be Pizza Head. This could also explain Pizza Head's wacky and clown-like behavior. As a young person, Pizza Boy was exploited by his YouTuber parents, and advertisement was the only thing he knew. After being stuck inside of Pizza Face for his entire life, Pizza Head is a crazed version of Pizza Boy, still holding on to the ideas instilled in him by abusive parents and corporate leaders to shill the shitty pizza of the tower. Given that at the start of Phase 2 you are attacked by both Pizza Face and Pizza Head, it would imply that Pizza Face is its own entity and not a mech controlled by Pizza Head. So a quick recap of everything. Pizza Boy was forced into working for the Pizza Tower conglomerate as a young boy, the face of the company. The company itself is just a shill front for the cult of pizza-worshipping mozzarellites, who are trying to reach the great crust in the sky. They do succeed in reaching said crust, only for it to turn out to be Pizza Face, an evil Lovecraftian nightmarish creature, who immediately starts corrupting the tower. It curses Pillar John to open and hold up the pathways connecting the tower to the pizza dimension, tears apart the cult, leaving remnants like the Pizzard, eats Pizza Boy, and in general takes over. Pizza Face sees Peppino and wants to have the best pizza in the world only for itself, but it's an ancient Lovecraftian monster, so it uses psychological warfare to torment Peppino Spaghetti's dreams. The cloning is actually real, as in the war level we can also see Pillar John in a cloning vat. But if Pillar John is just being cloned, does that mean the curse isn't real? Or does the curse just refer to the cloning process? Given how on chill terms Pizza Head seems to be with Pizza Face, he might be the one attempting the cloning of Peppino, while Pizza Face is still stuck on trying to get the real Peppino to work at the tower. It's really no wonder Peppino loses his cool at the end and is driven into such a rage. The whole Pizza Tower family is pretty messed up. This stuff kinda even drives me crazy. Is Pizza Face just a mech or one form of Pizza Head? Or are they two separate beings? Basically all I'm asking is Pizza Boy, Pizza Head, Pizza Face, or is Pizza Boy just Pizza Head but not Pizza Face? Pizza Tower is such a complete package with tons of extra challenge and incentives to keep playing, fun lore to make theories off of, a high skill ceiling. It's insane that 2023 started out with such a 10 out of 10 game. I have more Pizza Tower content planned in the near future, so algorithm me for that, as well as coverage of the Papa John DLC coming out in a few